Hey, stop. What's up? Just in case you didn't know. They did know. I don't know. Whatever, Celeste. The raid has concluded. And man, that was one of the worst raids ever for me. I don't know about you, but I just wasn't super psyched about the accessory. And I was kind of bummed that they didn't put everything else up there, even though like I have like a multitude of recipes for all that stuff. But it just, I don't know, didn't have all my motivation up. And so yeah, I got to like level 85 or like a level 87, something embarrassing. I mean, of course I made sure to get the VC. But yeah, just it's kind of one of those like embarrassing lackluster performances. But welcome to this beautiful picturesque view of, I guess, anniversary with clouds looming. What's all that about? I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. All of this foliage on this balcony is very pretty, but it does remind me that with foliage comes insects. They're always hiding up in there, and I had quite the encounter with a really nasty cricket. And I don't know if you know the difference between crickets and grasshoppers, but let me tell you this. Grasshoppers are pretty cute. They come in some like really cool color varieties, and they like hop about, and it's more like poo poo, like it's a very cute hopping thing to them. Crickets are nasty. They're gross looking. They're usually just like very like cockroach-esque in their aesthetic, and they don't cutely hop about, but they like spontaneously and like spastically like jump about like in like very evil ways, and just very haphazardly, and it's, oh man, they're nasty and they're gross and they're just like very alarming. And one got in to my place here, and I've got a cat, only one now. Rest in peace, my diabetic, beautiful girly. But he's quite a good hunter, my gray ghost. But this cricket got in, and it like originally I saw it over by his food, and it kind of like wedged itself like between his food and the cabinet, so it was like kind of hiding back there, and he was like hating life because he knew it was there and he couldn't do anything about it. And I was hating life because I didn't want to walk past it because I knew it was going to jump out in my face, like in a weird like spastic haphazardly way that it does. So I ran past it into the kitchen because I had to get some food because I had to eat. I mean, like, I didn't want to starve over this cricket. But then I like climbed up over the counter to get out of the kitchen because I didn't want to go back the same way, and like climbed over the what do you call it, like the bar thing, like, I don't know, over the kitchen, climbed through the window of the kitchen and jumped down and hurt my leg, man. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't graceful, but I had to get out of there. I couldn't be attacked by an ugly cricket. And then what happened was like this thing disappeared. I didn't know where it went. I was like thinking, okay, well, it probably just like crawled under the dishwasher. It like did something stupid like that. And I was like, I don't know where to go from here. I guess I'll die. But then I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, as one does. And as I go in there, I turn on the light, because stupid not to. And, I see them and the meandering of a little cricket with my half, like my glazed eyes. That's not cool, man. That is not cool. You get the heck out of my bathroom. That is not cool. But I whatever, got to put myself to bed. And then again, didn't see it for 2 days. Figured, I guess it just jumped down the drain and went into oblivion. that would have all been fine and good. But then I was on my couch the other day. This is like 2 days later, man. Where's this thing been? Why is it hanging out with me so long? And then I see my cat finally, like, eating something. Like, I could kind of see, but like, I didn't want to go all the way over there. I didn't want to go look. I didn't want to get up close and personal and like see what's going on, because it's pretty gross the way that cats play with insects. It's not a pretty picture. For any of you who have hung out and who have seen my bug body part pictures, it's not a pretty sight. But I just kept like, okay, well, I'm not going to interfere. I'm just going to sit over here. I'm just going to wait for this to be done. And so I just waited. And man, it was a long process. I don't know if you've ever watched a cat play with an insect of that size. Not that it was like super massive, but it was a pretty decent size insect. It takes a bit. It takes a bit because there's a lot of playing that's happening and there are a lot of body parts to lose. It was intense. It was gross. But there wasn't really much left to see after that, and I haven't seen the thing since. So I'm pretty sure he got it. So thank goodness, because I do not want to be, I don't want to be haunted by that thing. Anyway, so that's over and done with. What do we got to do? We got to look at this new unit because she looks pretty decent. But in the meanwhile, this little thing on the home screen, I want to spin so badly. So many people do. It's a really cool addition, but let me play with it. I really want to play with it. Yeah, it looks fun. It does look fun. My background repeat is going on because I am running the guild chamber. Thank you, Thunden. I had no idea that you could get some MR 10 pool tickets, or just some 10 pool tickets, whatever. I think it's MR guaranteed. Drops in the guild chamber. So if you didn't know that, thank our good friend Thunden, because he alerted us to that. And so get that going. Make sure you farm those 10 tickets this week, so you can get some awesome units like Kadia. She's pretty cool. Mariluke, maybe you want her again. So get those tickets. Go do that. Is my advice to you. Let's go look at who we've got. Her name is one we are all familiar with. This is Helena. This is Helena of the Black Rose variation on Black Rose Helena. It's not quite the same. She's the Maiden of Dark Thorns. And yeah, she's got her own little story event, which, spoiler alert, I might talk about a little bit. So if you haven't played that yet and you don't want any spoilers, I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm not going to go crazy all over your head, but heads up that I might say something. So she's going to be the new unit, and let's take a look at what she's all about. So she is a light unit, which is funny because she can go up against her dark unit Black Rose Helena form. And she's also a magic unit, but she's got a lot of really interesting mechanics in her kit. But let's read about her first. She's the only daughter of the Vered family, who govern an independent land on the border of Leonis and Rosette. The Vered are careful to maintain their neutrality, but when monsters or Fennis attack their lands, Helena does not hesitate to march into battle at the head of the royal thorns. She is known as the Black Rose of the battlefield and feared for the powerful magic that she wields. She's very intimidating, for sure. Her limit burst is the Rose Fulmination. Basically the same. It will lower magic attack resistance of targets within range for 3 turns while dealing large AoE damage based on caster's magic stat, and sequentially activates Black Rose Healing, which recovers HP. So I guess this is like a regen of allies with an area around self. Well, sequentially, I'm not quite sure about that. Ask your friends. And bestows Reflect, one spell only, on self for 3 turns. So Reflect is kind of like a really, really kind of annoying and trolly mechanic, which when it activates is so annoying. We've all like been trying to do reliquaries and certain selection quests in which super adorable and hideously annoying Carbuncle appears and does the reflect thing, and it's really obnoxious. So this could be pretty fun. It's got a nice little shape there. Sequence 1, sequence 2. Okay, there. Sequence 1 and then sequence 2 is the HP, I guess, thingy there. Black Rose Stilettos is her TMR. Elegant shoes infused with magic and worn by the young Helena of Red, otherwise known as the Black Rose of the battlefield. In battle, she takes a position at the rear of the lines, from where she casts powerful spells against the foe. The shoes were originally a gift of the royal family of Leonis, given to the previous head of the Red family as a token of friendship. Wait, what? So Leonis gave a pair of stilettos to the house family of Red. They wore them from some time, and then they gave them to Helena, I guess, is what they're trying to say. Helena chose these shoes, which had been worn and were already a little bit sweaty. No, that's gross. They're decorated with roses that match the rest of her dress. They give her a commanding presence on the battlefield. The spells she casts impose a tremendous physical burden on her, but these shoes are made of unique leather that absorbs shocks and helps her keep her footing. The decorative roses are wards of protection that are especially effective for those who weave magic. Ever since she first donned these shoes, Helena has been able to unleash the full might of her spells without having to hold back. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of intense. So Spell Focus Ruin is going to be the ability on these. It'll raise their own magic attack resistance, piercing rate, and slash resistance for 3 turns, while reducing activation time. So it's kind of like Dark Fina's shoes, or kitten heels, whatever they are, those things. Anyway, this will come with some HP, some defense and spirit, and some critical evade on what is an accessory TMR. So have at it if you're super excited about those. And her main kit, yeah, she's got all these interesting little things. Mage of Thorns, Rearguard Magic Attacker class, a job capable of enduring attacks through re-raise and damage reduction the wider the range of incoming attacks, while also being capable of felling enemies with powerful area abilities, such as one that lowers area attack resistance by a set percentage. So that's really cool. We've all been sitting here really trying to build up our area attack resistance and our unit attack resistance through VCs and whatnot, and so here she's going to come in and she's going to be like, nope, not happening. Grimoire Keeper, which is Toadette / Witchy Lucia's Vanguard Spellcaster class, a job that can be effective on the front lines thanks to its high physical attack resistance and ability to disrupt the enemy's movements, and by bestowing AP damage to its own attacks while also shielding itself with Protect. And then, of course, we have White Mage, a rearguard healer class, a job that specializes in restoring allies' HP. Allies' fortitude can be boosted via abilities such as Protected Shell. So she's got utility as a healer, but also just like somebody who's going to do some like massive damage, and also gimmicky things that are going to mess with people and make people super hate her. Yeah, let's check out her little video here. She seems fun, and she seems like somebody who could be really a fixture in not just a light team, but like also in a mixy team. I feel like mixy teams, especially with mages, are all over the place right now. We see Soul in a bunch of these kinds of teams. Final Fantasy IX is going to be coming soon with Vivi, and I just feel like these strong magic units that can do a bunch of really annoying things are gonna be able to be utilized in like lots of different ways. So what do you want to hear from me? You want to hear if she's quotable? Because guess what? I know it's a day late, I know you've been holding on to your viz so hard. But I would say, yeah, she's cool to pull, man. Do we need to go back and look at her? Should I not be looking at Celeste when I talk about this? She does look cool to pull, and this is because, yes, the game loves to give us free light units, so you're always going to be pumped with a bunch of free units to pair with her. Game loves giving free light, so that's something to think about. But then, yeah, also, she's gonna be able to be mixy with a bunch of really, really strong magic units and do some really, annoying comps. And annoying comps and mixy comps seem to be like the new way of really thwarting your opponent and doing some fun stuff. So absolutely cool to pull. Plus, like, I like Helena. I like her as a character, and I would love to get some more scenes. I feel like we keep waiting for her to get some scenes with a bunch of peeps that I don't want to give away stuffs on, but so I'm holding out hope that we're going to get a lot more on her. But I do think she's really cool. I think it's fun that she's got this like pre-kid persona and then like post-kid persona. And actually, speaking on that, what we should talk about, and this is one thing that we like to talk about in our Discord and whatnot, is we like to talk about what drinks characters would enjoy, like what's their go-to drink. And so with Helena, we've got a lot to talk about because, like, let's go look at, I think this is our youngest iteration of her, which is Summer Helena. And this girl, man, this girl is drinking tequila. She's all about it. She knows she's like, got some intense time on the battlefield, and so she's going to enjoy herself when she's on the beach. She's going to be doing tequila shots, or she's going to be drinking margaritas. This girl is all about the margarita and the tequila, and she's going all in on that. And then next, I think timeline wise, I think we've got to go for this current gal. We've got to go for Helena the Black Rose, because it looks like in the story event her kids are like 10, which must make sense because like Glaciella at this point, they're like, oh, in like 5 years from now, you're gonna have to do the duel, which means like she's probably like 10 in this event. And so like 5 years, that puts her at 15, which is almost aging out of Final Fantasy protagonist age. So it's gotta be that, right? So this is like 10 years after Helena has had kids, I'm guessing. So I'm thinking like her and Old King are feeling like super, I don't know, like they beat Gilgamesh, like they're so sneaky, so smart, and like their kids are doing really well, and like nothing's happened. So this Helena is drinking red wine for sure, but it's Pinot Noir because like it's a very easy drinking, happy wine to drink. So that's totally what she's drinking. Next, we go into Helena Leonis, which is a totally different look, and you've got to like think that this is like only 5 years later. And a lot has changed. She's gone like dark, like pretty much pretending like, oh, like my battlefield persona was like ages ago. Nobody remembers it, surely. So now I'm going to totally drink vodka because like nobody can smell it, and like my boys are getting older and I don't want them to know I'm drinking because I'm really drinking because I'm super stressed out. And like my sons are not getting along with their father, and like this is a super stressed life, but I don't want them to know how like much I drink, so it's all vodka because they can't smell it. And then we go into Black Rose Helena, who or Black Rose, Black Rose of the battlefield, and she is back to red wine because she's like, I'm hanging out with my thorns again, and like we're out and we're just waiting, and what else can we do while we're waiting but just drink wine ad nauseum? So we're drinking wine, but my Pinot Noir days are over because like life is intense now. I'm drinking cabs, I'm drinking Malbecs, like maybe even getting in to some Spanish wine, like some Riojas. I need things with bite in it because I'm just waiting here. I need things complex because life is complex. So that's what's going on with her. But then, likewise, in this story about we've got to compare our old kings, and we look at this young King Elda, King Elda. This guy is drinking beers for sure. He, again, like Helena, is like, man, we pulled one over on Gilgamesh. We worked that system, and Shears, I'm drinking beers all day, man. But he's drinking Belgians. He's drinking Hefs. He wants something with a little bit of character because he's proud of himself. He's feeling good about it, and he needs a little something at the end of the day to calm his nerves. But then look, man, in just 5 years from now, he goes into this because he drank so many beers. Life was rough, and now this old king, dude, he's drinking bourbon for sure. You know he is, because life is rough. He is not getting on with Stern in any positive way. He is not getting along with Mont either. Times are rough. This guy is on his last. He doesn't even know what to do to try to get through to his son. So yeah, this guy is he's drinking bourbon. He's drinking it neat. He is not putting ice in that at all. So a neat bourbon for him. Anyway, that's where we're at. But hold on. Oh, someone's at the door. Shoot. All right. Anyhow, I think that answered your questions. Yes, he's go to pool. I'm going to answer my door and make sure it's not a murderer, because that would be weird. Or a cricket. No crickets. So, no. All right. Cheers. And we will we'll figure it out. And tell me if you pulled and all that good stuff. Okay, goodbye.